What is up, everybody? It's your boy Versity here today, and we're going to talk about Hellblade 2 previews so far from these different outlets. I'm mainly going to focus on IGN for this one, but different outlets have been saying the same thing, that this game is the next level type of immersion. This is like the next evolution of video games right here with this new game, with this Unreal Engine 5 that they're building with this game. And they're saying this is the real deal. This is like a game you want to be playing these upcoming weeks or months. This is like a must-play game. And a lot of Sony fanboys are not liking that news because, once again, this is an Xbox PC exclusive. So if you don't have an Xbox or a PC, you can't play this game. So it's getting a lot of these Sony's guys in their feelings, and I am loving it because these people will say how Xbox is so trash, but then Xbox releases one of these big games, like how they did with Starfield, how they're doing with this game, how they're going to do with Indiana Jones as well, that these guys want to play, and they're going to be super butthurt, and it's hard that they can't play it unless they buy an Xbox or a PC once again. So once again, this is from IGN. How Hellblade 2 is taking immersion to the next level. This once again, this is from IGN. They're just saying how this game is just amazing from what they've played so far. So this is coming from the visual effects director, Mark Slater. We know our skill sets, we know the sort of people in the team, so let's not go crazy and make a massive open world game. So this game's gonna be very linear, which is great because a lot of games right now, a lot of games in modern days are just open world games. So just making it more linear, just focusing more on the details and visuals of the graphics and gameplay. I think that's a good choice. So he says Hellblade 2 remains a small game, at least in comparison to its first-party powerhouse peers. It has widened its scope over that of its predecessor, seeing his journey will be a lot less isolated this time around. While other humans turn up along the way to share in our story, one of the things that we really wanted to explore in Hellblade 2 was when you got someone like Senua, who has a unique model of the world and a unique perspective of the world. What happens when that comes to contact with other people's models of the world? Okay. Let me see. What was the other part I want to focus on mainly? Oh yeah, these are more screenshots of how the visuals look as well too. Like, obviously this is not gonna be as great as like an actual playing the game yourself, but just the screenshots, it just looks insane. Like, this don't look like how, I'm not trying to throw shade at like Stellar Blade, but that's the first thing that comes to mind, how the character in Stellar Blade looks like pretty much like a doll. This looks like an actual person. This looks like you're watching a movie right here with this character, like this is character model. That's how the visuals just look so insane. Once again, it's just like screenshots. This isn't even like the actual playing a game like a 4K TV set. So this is just impressive. Looks like a real person. Looks like real people. You'll be confused. A lot of people probably be confused thinking they're watching a movie. But hey, this is how great the visuals are. Compared to games like Stellar Blade on the opposite system where they look like dolls. They look like real people. So, oh yeah, this is the part I want to focus on too. So apparently they did this filming in Iceland as a lot of the props as well too. They was talking about that. Where is it up? I was seeing something about them filming it in Iceland. I can't see where that's at, but they said it was like the same type of thing they did with the Alien movies. I'll miss that part in the article, but yeah, they're going all out with these visuals. They're making sure that this is like very realistic. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. This was like something I want to play. Something that, Sony fanboys could buy a PC or an Xbox, but they don't want to do that apparently. They just want to be butthurt, but it is what it is. This could be a game that's could be a must-play experience. But Aaron Greenberg said the same thing as well. Hellblade 2 is undeniably one of the most graphically impressive games I've ever played. So he says one of the most impressive games he ever played. People gonna say that, hey, he's an employee, so of course he's gonna market this game up to the high heavens. He's gonna blow smoke up the games behind, but it's sure. But I think this is the real deal. Like, people saying this is like one of the most visually impressive games they have seen. So I believe in people on that when they make that statement. Then you have Sony fanboys in the comment section, butthurt at that, saying, at 30 FPS with black bars, LMAO. Now, I did the video earlier about saying how these Sony fanboys they're going to play GTA 6 at 30 FPS and play that just fine. But apparently Dragon's Dogma 2 just released, and people are playing that game at 30 frames per second too. So that's another game people are raving about, and you played that game at 30 frames per second. So if you can play Dragon's Dogma 2 at 30 frames per second, Why can't you play Hellblade 2 at 30 frames? That doesn't make any sense to me. At 30 FPS, checkerboard and letterbox. Laughing emoji. Well, if you don't have an Xbox, you can't play it anyway, or a PC, you can't play this game anyway, so I don't know why you stressed out about it. Art design are better than graphics. 6 years of development and 6 to 8 hour campaign. It better be immersive. Once again, they gotta try to diminish this game. They are butthurt that it's not on their system. Then you got somebody here begging for it to be on PS5, saying Hellblade 2 will be on PS5 in 3 to 6 months. You know, for a game that you guys are trying so hard to trash, it's just sad you see somebody begging for this game to be on PS5 in 3 to 6 months, which is not happening. But you can I guess you keep that hope alive. That's coming to that system. 7 years in production. In addition, it's not an open world game and it's quite short. Why does every game have to be a long experience? Like, I don't understand that. Like, not every game has to be an open world 30 to like a 60-hour game. Like, if they want to make a short game, let them make a short game. Isn't it quality over quantity anyway? I think that's the motto that people go by. 30 frames per second and black bars. What an L. Okay. He's saying it's an L, but people are saying it's the most visually impressive game that they have seen so far. So who is really getting the L? Xbox gamers who's playing games at 30 FPS or PlayStation gamers who can't play it at all? Who's really taking that L? Let's be honest here. Coming to PS5 later with exclusive content like Sea of Thieves. Oh man, they desperately want this game on PS5. That is sad. They didn't just get some exclusives that just released on PlayStation? I guess they just said like, hey, they did that Toy Story meme where they threw the toy in the garbage and picked up the new toy. They just said, hey, we don't care about these PlayStation exclusives. Give us the Xbox exclusives. Because that's what I'm pretty much seeing right here. They don't care about them PlayStation exclusives, but they want these Xbox exclusives. Super linear, black bars at 30 FPS. Yeah, I can see how they pulled it off. And then his profile name is Stellarblade is better than Hellblade. It's so butthurt. It's just sad. Like, your whole identity is now seeing Stellarblade is better than Hellblade. Okay. When should we expect this on PS5? That's what the PlayStation audience has been reduced to. Just begging for Xbox games. That's just what they're doing now. Just begging. Then they keep quoting this. They keep using this quote from Aaron Greenberg saying 60 FPS will be the standard output. Yeah, maybe at one point, like this is 4 years ago. Maybe at one point with these, with the games they were releasing. But now you see like a game like this that's probably gonna struggle on high-end PCs. It's like, of course, the $500 console is not gonna run this at 60. I guess be obvious. People expect too much of these consoles. Like, we did only pay $500 for these things, and it's old hardware now at this point in time. Like, as soon as you buy a console, it's already being obsolete. So as soon as you buy it, so I don't know. I think people expect way too much out of this system. But yeah, it's just hilarious. I don't want this to be too long, but it's just hilarious how, once again, they're saying the game has 30 FPS, it's going to be black bars. But then at the same time, they want to beg for this game to be on PlayStation. So, make it make sense. They want to trash the game, but also want to play it on Xbox. They want to play it on their system of choice. It's just funny. But I'm going to include it right here. This game was looking amazing so far. It's getting a lot of high recommendations. So, like, it's gonna be the one of the big hits that's coming out this year, and it's an Xbox exclusive at that. So this year's been pretty good for games overall, and it's like Xbox is starting to bring out their heavy hitters this year this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to gaming so far. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. No matter how many Sony fanboys are butthurt and try to downplay it, it's like a great game. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video, and also always thanks for watching, and peace.